Hello doctors, it's Dr. George Hugaveen here, and I personally want to thank you for taking the time to watch this very short video on something that I think you're going to find very exciting. You know, if we went to school together, then for sure you're getting this video, but if we did, you're probably asking yourself, what is Hugaveen into now, what's he selling now, or what's he promoting now? If we didn't go to school together, but maybe we coached together on a management team or something like that, you're probably asking the same question. If we didn't go to school together and we didn't coach together, then you're probably asking two questions. Who is this doctor and what is it he's selling? Either way, you're going to ask that question. What I want you to understand is that I'm not selling anything or promoting anything. I think as a profession, we get pitched to and marketed to more than any other. What I do want to share with you is something that I think is going to be incredible for not only your bottom line, but for helping your patients. So I've been in practice for about 21 years now, and it sounds crazy to even say that. It's been so long, it's gone so fast at the same time. But in all the years that I've been practicing, I've struggled to have $1 million a year without the use of ancillary services. And for some of you, you'll define ancillary services as maybe a modality like heat or ice or stim. For others, it's more advanced like orthotics or nutrition or even weight loss. And again, what you define as an ancillary service doesn't matter too much. What I can tell you is that of all the ancillary services out there, to me, weight loss is probably the most valuable. And I say that for two reasons. Number one, it's an easy sell. And what I mean by that is everybody wants weight loss. It doesn't matter whether you're doing it traditionally, through surgery, or through the medical model, or they're utilizing chiropractors or naturopaths to do it naturally. Everybody wants weight loss. As a matter of fact, they would rather lose weight than be out of pain. I think that you guys would all agree with that. The problem with a lot of weight loss programs, for me at least in the past, is that there was always a lot of inventory, there was always a lot of time management with the patients, and then there was the fact that the patient may or may not do everything that they were supposed to, which almost always led to an uncomfortable conversation about, Mary, you didn't do what you were supposed to, here's how our refund policy works, and it just never felt right. So I always knew that there was a value in weight loss because people wanted it, number one, and number two, when you do support them in that, it changes everything about their physiology. You know this as well. It changes their diabetic profile. It changes their pain profile. They hold their adjustments better. They trust you more, they refer more, and it's a win-win situation. But it has to be a system that works. And so of all the systems that I've looked at, we struggled with some of the nutritional ones because we couldn't force the patient compliance. So I even looked at some of the very expensive laser systems that are out there. And again, there's so many of them. Some of them are good at mobilizing fat but not really burning it and getting it out of the body. Some are good at burning it on a superficial level but not necessarily mobilizing it. Others just freeze the fat. And so I've looked at a lot of systems, and again, a few doctors have looked at some of these systems as well. What I do know is that most of them carry with them a super high cost to purchase, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, and then you're forced to sell a large case fee that usually requires an hour to an hour and a half of a staff member's time. So it didn't become something that was cost effective or time efficient, and it didn't yield any better results, in my opinion, than some of the nutritional protocols we utilized. So I always told my staff members, if we could find a system that was both efficient, time effective, cost effective, something that they could do easily, I'd be all over it. Ergo, the Sculpt Pod. So without going into too much technical detail, because I promise you, this video was being sent to you to garner a phone call to me. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to answer some questions about this machine with you on the phone. And if it's something that you're not interested in after that, I promise you won't get a hard sell. But without going into too much detail, this machine right here combines LEDs, laser, infrared, whole body vibration, and heat. And there's a patented process that goes into this. And we've seen phenomenal results with this machine, as good as anything I've ever utilized. So I want to tell you that first as a doctor that's actually practicing and using this in my office. Now, usually once I say that, the next questions that come back to me are, okay, how much does it cost? How do I get one? What am I locked into, Dr. George? Where's my support? So I'm going to answer a few of those questions for you, but I want you to understand that this is a win-win-win because corporate does not charge you a dime to put these in your office. They retain that cost. You could have one of these in your office within a 2 to 3 week period after qualifying on the website. All you have to do is fill out the application and give us your contract. Which brings me to the next hot spot for most doctors. How long am I locked into this? You're not. If it's not producing and you don't want it there, you make a phone call to corporate, we're going to take care of it. And I don't hear that in almost any of the professions nowadays. You're always locked into some kind of a coaching contract or even a phone contract for that matter. So it costs you nothing to have it in your office. You need a room that's about 8 by 9. You need a little bit of support from us. We qualify you, and there's no long-term contract. If that doesn't resonate with you as a chiropractor that's looking to increase your services and help more patients, I don't know what will. So you're probably asking, what does this process look like when you're actually in the office? Again, I want to walk you through that. I want to run you through that. But visualize this. Picture this. As the patients come in, they check in, they're escorted back. There's a 1 to 2 minute prep time. You push play and you walk away. It kind of rhymes, doesn't it? When that pod is finished, the patients get themselves out of it. They walk to the front, they check out, and you're done. It couldn't take less of your staff's time. You're going to be making money adjusting people while people are in here getting thinner and trusting you for what you've done. Again, corporate does everything from supplying you with the pod to installation to setup to supplying you with your monthly needs for the products that go along with it. And by products, I simply mean towels and lotion, all right? They also supply you with an iPad that takes care of all payments, right? This is based on a percentage. You don't have to worry about the financial end of this. For those of you that are doctors in states where you're worried about weight loss and you're maybe doing it through a PMA license, the contract that you actually sign absolves you from that. And that's what I want to talk to you about on the phone. So it'd be very hard pressed to find a system that's plug and play like this. And I'm excited about it, and that's why I'm sending out this video to you guys so that you make the phone call to me to say, okay, now we're on the phone, how is this really working? I appreciate your time in doing this. At the bottom of this, you're going to see my personal cell, you're going to see my office phone, you're going to see my website, and of course you've got the Sculpt Pods website with corporate on there. Please reach out to us, vet this a little bit, call us, make us give you a reason not to do this. I doubt that you'll be able to find one. Thank you for your time.